In today's video we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the Sorcerer's Rises. These are, I believe, one of the most key locations for any of your spellcasters out there. So currently it's going to be the Recluse and the Revenant, but even if you're not playing as those classes, this will definitely help out your team, because being able to unlock these can really power them up very fast and allow them to dish out a lot of damage during those boss fights. And whenever you're jumping into your expeditions, the Sorcerer's Rises are going to look just like this right here, quite a thin long tower. And the great thing about this area is that it's always going to have things in it that are beneficial for your team, especially, like I said, probably more so your casters, but anyone that likes to use skills in general. It's always going to have FP shards in the boxes down the bottom, so make sure you break those and stack up on them as much as possible. But whenever you do complete the kind of puzzle within this area, you'll be able to make it all the way to the very top floor, where hopefully you'll grab yourself some really nice goodies and something that can help you to power up, making your expeditions a little bit easier. Now, another one reason why I'm saying this is by far and away the best location for any of your faith or magic builds is because if you manage to put on one of these relics with a modifier like this, ones that give you max FP up whenever you've got 3 staffs in your inventory, or even better than that, your maximum FP is going to be permanently increased whenever you're opening up a Sorcerer Rises mechanism. As you can see, I'm level 9 here and my FP bar is absolutely massive, because if I remember correctly, it gives you around about 18% increase to your FP, allowing you to spam spells and dish out some crazy damage without having to worry too much about how much it's actually taking off you. But the main thing you want to know about these is exactly how to get inside them. Every time you go here, it's going to have a sigil that you're going to have to destroy in order to make sure you can get inside. And whenever it's got one on the front door like you see here, it means it's going to be on the outside. If however there's nothing on the front door and you can make your way inside, then there's going to be an inside sigil you're going to have to find and destroy. First one, nice and easy. If you make your way inside, there's absolutely nothing on the door. You can walk straight in, have a little look top left, and if you see a candle that's out, then all you're going to have to do is hit it in any way, shape or form. You can either shoot it with an arrow, shoot it with a spell, or just jump up and hit it with your melee, and then you can make your way all the way to the very top. If however you go inside and the candles are all lit up, then you're going to want to look on your right hand side, and there'll be an area just here that's going to be missing a statue, and you'll know it's going to be a kind of fake wall. Again, take that out, take out the seal, and you can make it all the way to the top once again in order to nab yourself some great gear. But for the outside areas, the first one we're going to be going over is if there's absolutely no seal on the front door, nothing above it, nothing around, nice and easy. Instead, it's going to be a kind of fog-like door. You can just make your way straight through and then just run all the way up to the very top. This is probably the easiest one overall and the fastest one to do because you do not have to do actually anything at all. And then you can make your way all the way to the very top, hopefully find yourself something nice, and if you've got some good teammates with you, they'll probably be coming here, picking stuff up and dropping it on the floor for you as well. The other easy one is going to be if you see the sigil straight above the door, then again you're going to want to take it out, and if you haven't got anything long range, don't forget you can always make your way up and then just hit it with a little bit of melee. That will break it just as good as long range, then you can make your way inside, go all the way to the top again. Another nice and easy one, if there's a gargoyle statue just on the right hand side, then again this is going to look very out of place. Make sure you destroy it, then there's going to be the seal you're after. Destroy that as well, and then you'll be able to make your way in. Another one you want to look out for, one that can actually be quite tricky, and that's going to be whenever you see a kind of moving tree stump. Sometimes you can see this off in the distance and it's one of the easier ones to spot, but one thing you will want to watch out for, they're quite mobile. So make sure you either run up very close to it or have a bit of accuracy about yourself, because when you lock onto them, sometimes you can actually miss quite a few of your shots. You're going to want to make sure you hit it, then it's going to give you the seal, destroy that, breaking the mechanism, allowing you to make your way in. Another one to watch out for, if you see 2 trees that look like they're absolutely being torn apart by wind, but the rest of the area seems quite still, then this one's going to be a nice easy one to pick up. You're just going to run through the middle of them. There's going to be a seal on the floor that's going to be destroyed when you do that, allowing you to run inside really fast and easy. Similar in vein to this one, I find usually on the left hand side again. Instead, what you're going to be looking out for is going to be some trees that look like they're kind of desiccated or haven't been alive for quite some time. These are going to look quite out of place compared to quite a few of the other trees, as they're going to be a little bit twisted as well. Shooting this is going to destroy them, giving you the seal, allowing you to make your way in. Unless it's being guarded by an absolute monster that really doesn't want you to make it upstairs. Next one we're going to be looking at is going to be a kind of invisible seal that you're going to have to find. This is always, so far what I've seen, it's going to be on the right hand side, and if you've got kind of pond water going on just in this area, you're going to see a reflection in it that's going to show you a seal that you'll be able to destroy. This is going to be on the ground floor wall, destroy it, and then you'll be able to make your way in again. For the last one, this time we're going to be looking for a kind of structure that shouldn't exist on this building. That's going to be a kind of little extra shack protruding from the left hand side wall that you usually wouldn't see here. So nice and easy for this one, just hit it with anything you've got, then that will disappear, you'll be able to hit the seal and make your way in once more. Now funnily enough, I know a few of you are thinking this is very late to the punch with this video, and you're definitely right. The reason for that is I've actually waited about 3 weeks to make this video because I was hoping to find something that I still to this day haven't found, and that's going to be your ruin towers. Apparently out in the wilds these are supposed to exist. They look a little bit like this, they've got crystals coming out of them, they're more effective because you've got a good chance of getting a kind of purple drop at the top and some really good gear. However, I have played for over 170 hours now and have still not ever come across one. If you do see them on the map, apparently they're supposed to look like this with a different symbol going, but unless I'm completely missing something, they're either the most rare spawn I've ever seen in the game, or at some point they've been taken out. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something and you can actually make them turn up by maybe playing certain earth shifting events and such, but personally for myself I've done well over 200 expeditions and have still never seen one. If however though you do come across these, like I said, they're a slightly tougher version of the normal ones with additional puzzles that can slow you down a bit, so it's well worth knowing about them. The loot at the top is better, but remember it can have any of the puzzles that you've seen beforehand within this, and there's usually about 4 or 5 puzzles locking the complete mechanism overall. The other thing to watch out for, this one now contains some exploding sigils that can also be dotted around in various locations. Like we saw earlier, there's one going to be near the pond area, but this time it's going to be another invisible one that's all the way up on the second floor, so you'll want to hit that with something in order to break it. Then there's going to be one right at the very back, and that's going to be on the bottom floor, and then inside there's going to be one on the second floor that's going to be opposite the actual blocked off door. All of these tend to explode, so make sure you're a little bit further back whenever you're taking them out, but like I said, I've had to gather this information through the internet because I really cannot find them in game whatsoever. But as always, hopefully this helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be loads more content away from me. For now, take care, I'll see you on the next day.